Piggies. Oh, piggies. There's a piggy. It's hard to do stuff and do the camera. Piggies. Piggies. Someone at the garden shed dinner asked me if I've named them, and I'm not naming pigs anymore. Piggy! Come on, honey. Piggy. This one's always last. But they don't hesitate to jump in there. And don't think you're going to eat all of those. You got to share. You got to share. You got to spread them out. Spread them out. There you go. Hey, Mark Shepard, Healing Pastures, and it's time for another Sunday message. This week was a little funky. It's just brutally hot, brutally dry. Some of the solar spots are drying up rapidly. The ones where I have the rams and the ewes are fine. And what's nice about the dryness is there are no snails. And if you've been following the story, we've lost sheep to this snail-carried liver fluke. That's the theory. A week ago today, I lost Moca, who was one of my original three, along with Freckles and Splotchy. And so that was a tough start to the week. And the rental sheep have, they haven't been sheared, so the heat is probably going to kill some. I'll probably find some dead today. So just been dealing with that and trying to stay positive. And this song that I've been working on has really been helpful. Like, to remind myself this is temporary, to not go too far down the rabbit hole of discouragement. And so all in all, it was a good week. Had some wonderful help and collaboration with my friend Corey. We're mowing, getting the burdocks mowed, and we're about to move some more cows over to Canton Apples. There's just a lot going on. So I'm just going to give you a sample this week of what's been going on, and I'm going to finish up with my song, Stand Tall, which I think is pretty much done. I'm going to probably release it this week on my Mark Shepard Songs channel, but you guys, you get a sneak peek. So that's the deal. Just the big theme is sun, heat, and drought. And so that's it. Stay positive, stay hopeful, learn from your mistakes. Stand tall, force a grin, forget the loss and count the win. Yeah. So we're taking a nice hot evening stroll with the dogs. They like some freedom. I want to talk about freedom in the future, but right now it's too hot. Kind of hot for running around, huh, Spike? I continually trim them, by the way, if you can't tell. He's waiting for me. They like clean, fresh water. Don't we all? Don't you like clean, fresh water? It won't be clean and fresh for long, though. You know it's dry when milkweed is limp and stinging nettle is just not making it. And you can see the dryness between the solar places, and this is my last area for the rental sheep, and I thought it was actually greener than this. It's pretty sparse in parts of it. It's pretty thick towards the entrance, but we do have this area if we have to do one more move. But other than that, I would say these sheep have to go back home to their rental home. All right, so we're here at Royal J Solar in Oswegatchie, and these burdocks are about to be mowed, and there's a few wild parsnips left, but the burdocks have not turned to seed yet, so it's a good time to get them. All right, so this is the rental sheep, and this is literally the exact same place they were when they first arrived. I think it was May 11th. We walked them down that dry road and managed to get them all in here. Hey, it's Mark Shepard, and it's time for the Solar Shepherd. Today was a busy day. Today was a busy day. My friend Corey was planning on mowing at some of the solar places, and I actually needed his help to move the rental sheep from where they were down the kind of the solar project road towards where they started out near the front gate. And today there were no dead ones. That was good. That was very good. But we got more heat coming, and these girls have not been sheared. So, yeah, some of them died from the heat, I think, which I don't think is my fault. But I'm contractually obligated to pay for them up to 10%. So we had 65 sheep. So basically, I'm paying for 6 or 7 of them. And knowing me, I'll pay for 7 of them because I want to be generous. That's the update. And then I left Corey there to mow once we moved the sheep. And it was really good to have his help. And it was good to have another human being. Like, that's one of the things with the Solar Shepherd thing. It can be lonely. I mean, I'm the only one here on these 30 acres. In some ways, it feels great, because I'm not dealing with other people's energy. And I can kind of think, and I can be clear, and there's always shade. I like the shade. But I realized when my friend Joel's son Luke Howie was working with me, it was profoundly, it wasn't just helpful, it was healing. Like, I didn't realize how alone and isolated I have felt being the sole caregiver for an elder and working my brains out and not having any kind of social life whatsoever. You got to have a good team, and the people on your team will make or break you. So that's one thing, and that's all I'm going to talk about now. Chip, 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 chip. Apples. Apples. we are ready to move these girls to fresh pasture. Man, they really clobbered this. This is their campsite though, you know, they like coming back to one spot. All right, girls. There's our gate. There's our gate. Come on. Come on. Spiky. Loony. That's my Loony. Spiky and Loony. You know, you can't ask for better friends than a Maremma. They do their own thing. As long as you can figure out how to get them back when they wander around. And I have found that a random car alarm brings them running. Ha! All right, you guys ready? Come on. Chip, 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 chip. Guys ready? Sit, please. Sit, Spiky. Sit. Sit. Stay. You guys ready? You ready? Okay. Okay. Come on. Chip, 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 chip. Come on. Spike and Luna, move! Spike, move! Jeez, he stood there right in their way. Come on. Come on. Chip, 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 chip. And legs is really bad. I've looked at her foot. I can't see anything wrong with it, so I don't know what the deal is. But I got to get them water immediately. Start that filling up. See if I can fall on my face in the process. But there they go. I gave them a much bigger area this time. So hopefully they can last a few more days. I'm trying to move them every 4 to 5, and this was 7, unfortunately. And I'm all tangled up, and I'm gonna need 2 hands, so sorry. End of camera work. Back to other work. This is Royal J Solar. This is where the sheep have been. And you can see there's quite a lot of burdocks in there. And we started mowing. And this is so far what it looks like without the burdocks. And we have more to do.
A rainy day, and it's not yours. You had to face a few slam doors, so you sit and hang your head wondering how to earn some bread. Was it something someone said? Was it a picture in your head? Was it a feeling in your gut? Was it an open door you imagined shut? You decide. You decide. So when did you decide to lose? Don't you know we always choose to retreat or to go forward, to move away from or to move towards. So pick yourself up off of the boards and dare to give yourself a little reward. You gave it your best shot, now it's time to dig down deep and pull out just a little bit more. Pull out just a little bit more, 'cause you decide, yeah, you decide to stand tall, force a grin, forget the loss and count the win. Hold fast, dig down deep. First you sow and then you reap. Look up, breathe it in. You got the gold of Solomon. Look left, look right. Brighten up your has changed, not the world. The world's the same, you just rearranged your perception. You shifted your focus and in the process chose to let go of some old pattern of pain. That's right, take it, shrink it down, fade it out, push it far away and let it go. Let it go. Rearrange it into something you can learn from. Rearrange it into something you can learn from. And now you know, and it just goes to show, it's lost its power over you, hasn't it? And every thought has become a friend. Every thought has become a friend. Like the cripple throwing away his crutch, or the shy kid reaching out his hand and looking you right in the eye with a warm open smile and inviting you to dance. It's the shy kid inviting you to dance. It's the shy kid inviting you to dance. 'Cause you decide to stand tall, force a grin, forget the loss and count the win. Hold fast, dig down deep, first you sow and then you reap. Look up, breathe it in, you got the gold of Solomon. Look left, look right, brighten up your inner light. Stand tall, force a grin, forget the loss and count the win. Hold fast, dig down deep, first you sow and then you reap. Look up, breathe it in, you got the gold of Solomon. Look left, look right, brighten up your inner light.
What do you think, Lammy? What are you thinking about? You ready for a slug? Slug of lamb juice? Would you like a slug of lamb juice? She's so wet. She's drying out though. I got the heat on. I got the heat on the floor, you know. Here, have a slug of lamb juice. Show the people how good you are at drinking. The lamb juice is warm. You're not hungry? I don't know, I just want to stick it in my eye. I'll drink some of it. What do you think, Lammy? Come on, Lammy. She's like, I'm not hungry. I'm just wet and crabby. She's a good girl. Such a good girl. She likes having behind her ears rubbed. She's so much bigger than she was last week. She's a big girl. Yes. You're so fluffy. I'm drying you out. Yes. And Moca has decided to join us.